Now, let me tell you what happens after you give even a great pitch like this. You're going to get objections. You're going to call them objections. I'm going to call them concerns. And let me tell you why I call them concerns. If it's an objection, it means you and I are going to have an argument. I object. Okay, then I'm going to have to tell you why you shouldn't object. What I want you to think about here is that I'm asking somebody for their time, and they have a real concern. It's true for them. So when they say something like, I already have a partner that I'm happy with, that's not an objection, that's a concern. They're making a statement of fact. I have a partner that I'm happy with. But the underlying concern is, I'm going to be wasting my time with someone who really can't help me. So you need to be able to resolve that concern. So you need to say, listen, I understand that you have a partner that you're happy with. We work with a lot of people, we have the same relationships, and I'm not asking you to replace them. But what I would like to ask you for is 20 minutes, because I'd love to share this briefing with you. If forever anything changes with that relationship in the future, I want to be the first name you think of. And look, I promise you, even if we never do business, you're going to go ask your team a whole bunch of really hard questions about what you do over the next 12 to 18 months. What do you look like on Thursday for a 20-minute meet and greet? I promise it'll be valuable for you, and I promise I'm not going to ask you for anything further from that if it doesn't make sense for you. I want to tell them that because I want to give them the value proposition so they can resolve their concern. Their concern is somebody's going to pressure them, and I've already told them they can keep their partner, and they can until they decide to do something different. You're also going to get pushback because somebody's going to say, now's not a good time. Why are they saying that? Of course they want to get rid of you. That's part of it. But the other reason is probably now's not a good time for them. So you're going to ask a question. You're going to say, I understand now's not a good time. When over the next couple weeks would it make sense? You tell me what works on your calendar, and I'll make time, because I think you're going to love this executive briefing. I'll share the deck with you. You can use it at your next team meeting to ask your team tough questions. I want to remind them of what the value proposition is. The concern is really, you're probably going to waste my time. So I have to reiterate, I'm not going to waste your time. I have something of value to share with you. A lot of salespeople get hooked on this last one. Email me information. And they think, well, I'll email them information because that's what they want. They don't want your information. They don't want your 4-color glossy brochure. Unless they have insomnia and they're having trouble sleeping, they're not going to read anything that a salesperson sent them. It's not really what they want. They want to get rid of you. So you're going to have to be able to deal with this level of concern. And you're going to have to be able to say something like, listen, I would love to email you this information, but what's more important is for me to share with you our tailored view on this. I promise you it's 20 minutes, and I promise you it'll be valuable for you whether we ever do business or not. You tell me when it makes sense for you, and I'll be there. And I'll send you some notes to prep you for this conversation because you're going to love it. What do you look like Thursday for a 20-minute meet and greet?